Aloha and welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I am Kapualani. We're here with your timeless general reading. So keep in mind, this is general, so take only what resonates, leave the rest behind. I'm going to open up this space by chiming my tuning fork 3 times, giving us some space to connect to our breath. Do a little cleansing of the space, obviously, and ourselves. And if you'd like to, just focus on your breath, breathing deeply in through the nose, setting your goals, your intentions. As you exhale with a ha or a sigh, giving thanks, gratitude, appreciation to your higher self, your ancestors, angels, Mother Earth, Father Sky, God, Source, Creator, Spirit, Light. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. And remember, as you breathe, you want to breathe in deeply and fully expanding the belly for a count of 4, and then releasing through a ha or a sigh again for a count of 4 completely and fully. All right, so here we go. All right, so let's dive into the cards. Let's see what we see. So, Spirit, what do we need to know at this moment? Spirit, what is the message for the collective, for those who are here in this moment? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so first up, Ace of Pentacles. So as we know, aces are always a sign of new beginnings. Ace of Pentacles, there's a new seed to be planted. The High Priestess, interesting. So we got Cancerian energies with the High Priestess, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like you may be contemplating, or maybe, okay, if you've already been focused on a new beginning, if you've already kind of had your eye on an opportunity, or it almost gives me the sense that maybe you feel that there's an opportunity out there, you've felt that way, or you're wanting this, but for whatever reason, it's almost like you're waiting your turn. You're not sure when your turn will come. You're waiting for the right time. There's something to do with timing and even recognizing that there is, in fact, a place for you to anchor in this new reality, a new beginning. There is a knowing, okay, with this Ace of Pentacles, this High Priestess, that whatever it is, whomever and whatever you're investing this energy into, this coin, okay, even if it's money, if it's your time, your energy and value, that kind of a thing, where literally you're going to be doing something about it, right? I feel like um there's this feeling, there's this air of contemplation and of kind of wait, I don't know why, but I keep getting like, do you feel as though you're waiting for the right moment for something, but you also know that, like, right moment for what, like, you know what I mean? I also get the sense that, again, there's something. Okay, okay. You may be focusing on a new venture that hinges on utilizing your intuitive skills. It may call for you to detach. There may be either a job opportunity, a career path, or some type of situation. It doesn't need to be money or career related, but that it's calling for you to use your senses, all right? And to trust your gut and your intuition rather than just your eyes. You understand. The High Priestess knows what's going on beneath the layers, all right? And is aware that there's something being, some new pathway that's opening up, but it's a matter of like planting a seed. Maybe someone gave you a little mystery packet of seeds, and you're like, all right, well, we don't know exactly what this is. I don't know if you know, it could be peaches, could be spam. We don't know. We just have to plant the seed and see what grows. And there's this awareness with the High Priestess and that mindfulness where I'm not gonna judge a situation or an outcome. I know what my senses are telling me, and I'm going to take the action accordingly. Like when things present themselves, when my gut tells me, okay, it's time to do this, if all signs are kind of leading in that direction, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And even if the signs aren't and my gut is telling me something, I'm going to go and do it. I'm going to trust my gut. I'm going to trust my instincts. I've been through this enough. High Priestess is that at the top of her game, right? And being able to discern, may not necessarily say or do anything right off the bat, right? Because timing is of the essence, as it said. But I also, again, you might be presented with an opportunity to, whatever this is, get paid for your gifts, or someone may come to you in exchange for something, you know what I mean? For something that you may be proficient at. Okay, it may not even be the intuition part, but it could be that someone wants to like offer you something that you have to keep low key. Sorry, they're going off on these various little offshoots with the messages as they do. So let's expand on that, Spirit. Look at that. We got the Sun, we got the Lovers. Wow. Leo energy, Gemini energy. So definitely there may be some form of growth. Okay, we saw the Lovers previously. Maybe someone is offering you something, but you're kind of like ignoring it. It could be something that, again, is more happening in the spirit realm, the energetic realm. Especially if you've been getting vibes about a person or a situation that you've been waiting on. You know what I mean? There's something here that will be coming through. Okay, there's growth that has needed to happen, growth that has been happening in the underbelly. Even as you've been focused on being present to the moment, you've been doing your best to be true to yourself. You've been doing your best to make things happen, even if, day to day, moment to moment, that fluctuates, right? So you've been doing your best to stay in a space of joy, to stay present to the moment, to see how you are not stuck, right? If you've been feeling stuck. But Spirit, give us a little bit of insight to this Ace of Pentacles, this High Priestess message. There's something that you've been waiting on for sure. And whatever it is that you're looking at here, you got the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. You're waiting for that new start because you know that whatever it is that's coming through, even though it is a new seed to plant, it's still going to be something that unfolds over time. It's going to be a little bit more of a longer process. Five of Pentacles. So maybe you've been feeling a little bit beat up, or someone is feeling beat up and left out. Someone may be trying to offer you something and you're just kind of like ignoring it, ignoring them, not quite seeing it. Maybe there's a part of you that is a little bit overly focused on a certain path or outcome, way of doing something, the way that something maybe will unfold. And this Five of Pentacles is like someone feeling left out in the cold, someone who feels a little bit run down, who feels like, wow, okay, well, I've been self-disciplined. I've been trying to focus on this new path, but I still feel like I'm sucking it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you know that you're not the only one in this, okay? So you know, if you're looking at a situation, there is no tit for tat here, okay? Everyone in some way, shape, or form is kind of, I don't want to say everyone, but we're all kind of going through a little bit of something in our own ways, right? And that happens. So this Five of Pentacles again is saying to, focus on, rather than maybe trying to be an overnight expert at something, because maybe you are good at something. Maybe you are the favorable choice in something, whether it's love or career or friendships, or even yourself, for what you see for yourself. But what you're feeling and what you're going through right now, you're kind of feeling a little shoddy. You're feeling like you're at, the poopy junk side of the stick, right? And we're trying to get past that. And so the Five of Pentacles is encouraging you to focus on your strengths, focus on what you're good at, focus on what is going right for you and what is working out for you rather than what is not working out. Because in essence, we open up with the Ace of Pentacles, which is one pentacle, which is great. It's amazing, it's exciting, it's very validating and affirming, like, yes, aha, we got a new start to something. And then we go to the Five of Pentacles. Five is greater than one, right? Although the feeling of it may not be so great. Okay. And so maybe part of what you're doing right now is really just trying to stay self disciplined with your goals because you understand you can't just go full blast all out right now. You want to, you can feel the potential possibility of the manifestation, but you also understand timing wise, effort wise, there still need to be steps taken. There's still work to be done. Okay, so let's get a little bit of deeper insight here. Queen of Cups. So you got some emotional, okay, like with the Cancer energy, but the Cancer can stay detached, right? With the High Priestess, it's about detachment from the emotion, sometimes being a little bit frozen. Are you stuck in freeze mode? Is there something here to where we need to get some nourishment, some nurturing, nurture yourself? Be in an environment where you can feel that way, where you can lean into your softer side, feeling safe in that regard. Trust your emotions, but don't like allow your emotions to get the better of you. Separate yourself from toxic energies, or at least be, you know, willing and able to discern and identify toxic habits, environments, situations, and so forth. Okay, this is a time to focus on your healing and your health, if anything, especially if you've been not feeling so great. Okay, if things have been feeling a little bit sluggish, slowed down, physically, okay, or even if it is like a financial situation. Okay, so this is a time to be, I'm hearing like a bit step more into that self-care, so self-nurturing role. There may actually be, like I said, someone coming to you, others coming to you who are feeling left and lost and left out of the cold. There could be someone who has an interest in you in some way or form that's feeling this way, feeling a little bit banished, or like you're inaccessible, unreachable. They may see you as, okay, well, she appears warm and friendly, but then what's going on? Like it ends up feeling, the energy becomes cold or like something like that. I don't know why I got that when that's not really the case. The case is that maybe you are very much, you're feeling a lot, but you also are aware that maybe right now you're not quite in the position to be as nurturing or as giving outwardly as you would like to. The Queen of Cups is very, very giving, right? Very nurturing. That's the whole vibe. In that flow of water, the feeler can feel very deeply and compassionately toward others. And you may also be in a position yourself where you're needing a bit of a recharge. Maybe you're feeling down on your luck again, or just depleted, and you're needing to recharge your battery. So, what is the guidance here, Spirit? What else do we need to know in this message, this sort of vibe, and how this is flowing? Eight of Pentacles. So we've got okay, so things are moving a little bit more slowly here in terms of how you may be feeling, and in terms of just what progress you're seeing. But look, we're still getting progress nevertheless. So in taking this time to yourself, you're gonna be able to repair, is what I'm getting. It's giving you a space to heal, to repair, to reflect, to refine. Okay, there's something that's being worked on, worked out, worked through, something that needs to be worked on, worked out, worked through. And I see like whatever goals that you have, or whatever it is that you're asking about, or just kind of, putting out there, it's something that's going to be unfolding over time. It's like something has, it's almost like water carving away rock over a period of time. That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay. You may feel like you need to go back to the drawing board. Something is not completely finished yet. But you're getting there. You are making progress, even if it's difficult to see. Okay, we're reevaluating our physical reality in terms of the self-care, as well as your future. Like, what is my future going to look like? What am I doing to ensure that I'm going to have a solid, what's, you know what I mean, like where my bases are going to be covered, where I'm going to be feeling secure in some way or form. Okay, the star, so there's healing. We got Aquarius energies. Love the star, of course. There's something with the energy of the number 8, even from what I'm picking up on here. 7, 8, and look, we got 8 again. Things moving swiftly. So stay hopeful. You're working on restoring your sense of faith and hope in the future, and in that you have a future. Not that you don't think you do, but it's like we all have those moments where it's just like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? And I don't know if you can relate at all. Maybe that's a little bit extreme in how I'm putting it, but there's, something that you are investing in will take shape, take form. So whether it's your health, whether it's your career, whether it's family, whether it's a relationship. Got the Strength card. It did kind of, like, to be fair, it did do a little bit of a flippy, but you're going to be feeling like yourself again soon. You're working toward whatever it is that you're working toward. It will not just, okay, it's going to take a little bit of time. You will see growth from your efforts. You may be feeling a little exposed, put on the spot. Stay true to the bigger picture, to your goals, your dreams, your hopes. You will get through it. There may be some frustration that you've experienced in terms of making it happen, getting through. Aquarius, Leo energy. Sorry if I already said that. I'm just going to tune in here. So, okay. The manifestations that you're holding space for may seem like you've been, how should I put this? Like, that it's gonna lead up to something at some point. Of course, you're just like, okay, when am I gonna get there? This is something, again, that's a process and a journey. It's like anything else. Once you hit a certain goal, you're like, yay, I hit this goal. And then you're like, okay, then what? It's kind of like the feeling that I'm getting with some of this. So you're gonna be, whatever new start that you have had, or if you're in the beginning of it, if that's what you're calling in, okay, just follow in the flow. Maybe, like, in terms of how things are going to be unfolding, because again, I get that you might not feel as strong or as secure in your results, in your flow, in your progress as you might like, but it's happening nonetheless, and you're not giving up. Again, this is a time to pause, to listen to your intuition, to self-care, pay attention to your health. Even if it's that you're working on your health, you will sort of see, like, you'll feel good again. You're going to hit those goals. You're going to feel strong again as well. Whatever it is that you are wanting, holding space for, it's really a matter of sticking to your guns. And I said 8 when I saw this energy of the star, and look, then we've got strength, 8 and 8, and then we saw that 8 of Wands. So if 8 is significant for you, if you have a number 8 in your numerology, or if you're born in the month of August, if you have an 8-year-old, if it's been 8 years, since there's something significant there. 8 months, maybe there's something to do with 8 days. This feels a little bit, okay, 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, okay, or 8 years ago. Okay, this isn't something, okay, you gotta wait 8 years for this to happen. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But yeah, so we're gonna shift gears in a minute here. I'm gonna pull a card from our animal spirit deck. If you happen to be watching this, channel for the first time, I do go into a part 2. If these messages have resonated with you. So I invite you to check that out on my website, kapualani.com/extensions. I will leave the link in the description box below, in the comments below. And so, as I always say with the animal spirits, I'm going to read the card in part 2. I will read from the book. I'm going to be pulling from my angel answers, angel oracle. So any yes, no questions you might have, you can ask the angels, excuse me. And then also my romance angels for some deeper insights. Doesn't have to be about love, as I always say, just whatever it is that you happen to be passionate about. Okay, so let's see, animal spirit guides. What do we need to know? We're going to expand on this, definitely. But animal spirits. We got this, animal spirits. What do we need to know? What animal spirit has a message for us today? What is the message? Swan, sweet. With all the water that we have, and we have this swan energy, that's really sweet. Okay. Sorry, I want to make room here so that I'm not covering my Queen of Cups fully with that swan. Okay, so swan, there's beauty, there's grace, there's here, it's about that inner reflection. I'm thinking of ugly duckling, so I feel like you may yourself be in this space of transforming your life or working on yourself and your life to really push through to those dreams that you may have. You understand that it's going to be slow and steady progress. All right, so that's what you're doing, and that's what you're committing yourself to. Just slow and steady wins the race, being consistent. All right. I feel like, wow, okay. Sorry, I'm just like with this water that's coming through, communication, intuitive communication, and sensitivity. Okay. Making something look effortless externally, even though internally that may not be the case, that may not be the story. So having a little bit of grace for yourself as well as others, and understanding that even on the other side of things, there may be others out there that you're like, wow, you compare yourself to subconsciously or consciously, whatever. But just remembering that everyone has their struggles in a way. I feel like there's, again, I'm just picking up on intuition and grace, and seeing yourself for who you are, rather than, when we, like, other people see us in a different light, and then sometimes we judge ourselves harshly. I feel like maybe that's part of what you've been working on, and just kind of restoring, reclaiming your power in that way. Get lost in your dream work, and when I say that, I mean to say, like, make it all about you. You are the star of your own show, your own life movie, and something about embracing that, I feel, will strengthen you and your resolve and your results. Everything that you've been going through, that you are going through, is setting you up, all right, for bigger things. There is a feeling of karmic transformation, restoration, and shift that's happening, that I'm present to here. All right, so with that said, I'm going to close up, and we're going to just get ready to shift to part 2, where again we're going to be getting some deeper insights here. If you'd like, I am available for live and pre-recorded sessions at kapualani.com. But otherwise, I will see you in part 2. Thanks again for being here.